are lying to you. And this is the first video that shows you how. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. Hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Hi, my name is Mia, and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. This is going to be the first video and the start of a new series on my channel called Beauty Gurus Are Lying to You, or Influencers Are Lying to You, if you will. Now, this isn't meant to be negative or bashing towards beauty gurus of any kind, whoever they may be. This is a more of a series that wants to raise awareness regarding some of the things that beauty gurus say or do that people take for granted, but might not be things that actually fit their lifestyle, or things that should be seen through a more critical lens, a more critical perspective. So I'm just gonna repeat myself one more time. This isn't a case of sour grapes where I shit on huge influencers and beauty gurus. I will not be bashing anyone. I will just be discussing and critically analyzing some things that beauty gurus do that people take it as normal when it's just a product of the beauty guru's context in social media, their filming setup, and so on and so forth. Now, this first video, what I want to talk about is the full face beat and why beauty gurus are lying to you about the full face beat. Now, I don't think that many beauty gurus actually say this is real makeup for real people, and I'm not talking about this, I'm just cleaning my glasses. That what they're doing is real makeup for real people that is 100% practical, but neither do they state at the start that it is not a real life situation type of thing. And in the era where people have to have warnings on Tide Pods not to eat them, I figured that a video such as this exposing why the full face beat is not something that you should do for your everyday would be useful. Now, the issue is like this. It all starts with the setup, and I've experienced this when I've got my first ring light, which I'm using right now. The beauty guru setup, especially the huge beauty gurus that have full-on studios and lights and soft boxes and professional cameras and all that, is a filming setup. Now, a makeup for filming is much more different, much heavier than makeup for real life, because film tends to flatten things down. Lights tend to flatten things down, especially huge lights like soft boxes and ring lights that are meant to illuminate the whole of your face. Now, you can't see this on myself because I do not have soft boxes to reflect all of the light and have all of the planes of my face lightened. But you can see this, for example, in large beauty guru setups like Jaclyn Hill's setup or Nikki Tutorial's setup. Even James Charles' setup is sometimes this bright area of creativity that unfortunately makes the face lose its three-dimensionality. This also applies for photography. That's why when you have a wedding, you employ a specially trained wedding makeup artist, because they know you will be taking photos and they know what to do to not have you looked washed out in professional photos under different situations, like different lighting setups that you will have at your venue. So what I'm trying to get at with this whole ramble about lighting setups is that the face loses depth, and so the beauty guru must bring back that dimension into their face. The fact that they get to use a more product and they get to use up a bit more of their humongous collection is like the cherry on top for this whole situation. So basically, in real life, you might not need a full contour. What I mean by full contour is jawline, nose, side of the face, side of the forehead. Just, that full contour that you see sometimes in face charts, that is just this whole area of the face is covered in darker color to bring back the planes of the face. Now, I keep talking about planes of the face, and maybe some of you don't know what I'm referring to. I'm going to pop up a picture here. This one is used for drawing, but you will get the point. Now, because you also, this frontal part is also flattened by the light, you need to add more dimension to it. So you add a lighter concealer. In these spots over here, lighter concealer on the plane of the cheekbone to bring it forward and make it look sharper. Now, when you turn on the side, you need to add highlight so that the light flushes back and you don't look like a one-dimensional plastic puppet. So you're basically creating more problems by trying to solve a problem and then solving those problems too, and you end up with a couple of layers. So you need contrast in the front to balance out the contour on the sides, so you add more product. Now you look plastic because of all of that product. You need to add highlight, you need to add a bit of sheen to make the skin lifelike, so you add more highlight. Now you get oily here, you add powder, so you sweat under the lights. The powder gets cakey, so you should add a setting spray. You understand what I'm saying? You add product because of this filming environment. And nobody actually says that. Nobody actually says you don't need to do this in real life because sunlight doesn't wash you out. So beauty gurus have influenced a whole market of consumers that feel the need to use more and more product that they actually would need to use just for their day-to-day life when they're not filming. This is actually very good for the free market and for consumerism, because these makeup brands can keep pushing more and more stuff for us. So instead of going to your regular makeup store and just buying a blush, a subtle highlight, some eyeshadow, whatever you like to wear, now you think you have to add contouring, high coverage concealer, one shade lighter than your skin tone, highlighter to blind the gods, setting spray, powder to bake, powder to set, powder to glow, and so on and so forth. So the amount of products that you feel that you need gets duplicated and triplicated, and just it multiplies, like that scene in Harry Potter where they're trying to steal Helga Hufflepuff's cup from the Gringotts Bank, and they touch the coins, and there's a multiplication charm, and they get flooded by coins. That's you, but with your makeup collection. Do I make sense? I hope I make sense. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is that most of these huge beauty gurus kind of follow the same trends and the same molds, and most of them, maybe because it's obvious to them, most of them do not tell their viewers, you shouldn't do this unless you've got the facial features that work for it. Like, you can't do some sort of technique unless your eye is this shape, or your eyebrows are like this, or your lips are like this. It's not me bashing and saying that people shouldn't or couldn't wear it. It's just that maybe those techniques are not flattering. Now, not all makeup needs to be flattering, but I see people in comment sections getting frustrated, asking, why does this eyeliner technique not work with my hooded eyes? Or why does this foundation technique not work with my enlarged pores? Or why does this color correcting technique make my melasma worse instead of bettering it? Or why do I look cakey when my skin is dry? All of that sort of stuff. Now, those things aren't necessarily flaws, but when those people try to do techniques that are meant for another face shape, another eye shape, another skin type, they are left to wonder, why don't these products work? And some beauty gurus do not even mention why they use certain products. It's less of a tutorial and more of a watch me do my makeup type of situation. So these people aren't getting educated regarding the things that work for them. Rather, they are just encouraged to buy more. And this is where the lie is. They are not directly lying to us. The lie is an impression that the big beauty guru world of YouTube gives us, and that is that you need all of these products, that the techniques that the beauty gurus apply on themselves, where they are, unnaturally beautiful people, most of them. Well, not actually naturally, because most of them have surgeries, but they are above average in beauty. And then we regular people wonder, why does this thing not work for me? Well, that's because nobody has explained it to us, that those things are either for camera only, or they do not fit how our faces look at the moment. That's what I'm trying to do with this series and with this first video. I want to talk about this because I'm a huge narcissist that thinks that, of course, her opinion might change the world, but also because some things you just don't realize until people point it out to you. And I hope that these types of videos will help you look at YouTube videos and at the products presented in them a bit more critically. Now, I have like 3 or 4 videos planned in this series, maybe more of those. Have a great day, guys, and don't forget to, thumb me up, comment down below, let me know your experiences with beauty guru revelations that you've had. I hope I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.